there, Vicky here. So it was another fun-filled day in the backyard. I think the last time I worked in these raised beds, I thought it was going to be like 2 days more and I'd have it all done. And yeah, it's definitely going to be more like 4 or 5. But I made a lot of really good progress. This was a very productive day. I am tired, but it was really good. So I started off by putting cardboard in the bottom of my raised beds. Now, these boxes I had previously broken down. I've been saving them for months, since before Christmas, of different shipments and things that we've gotten. And I already removed the tape and any labels off of them so that, it's as close to just cardboard as possible. So I put down a layer of that cardboard and then I'm kind of using my body weight to squish it down. And the reason that I felt this was a necessary step for my raised beds is I am putting them directly onto this grassy hill. And while, yes, I have dug into the hill, I have certainly dug up some of the little native grass clumps. The reality is, I have no idea how resilient these grasses are, and I want to try to discourage them as much as possible from coming up through the bottom of my raised beds. So that was my thought process. And then I started finally putting some dirt in these beds. Very excited. I did dump half of it out on my feet. That was great. But I'm mixing three things together here to fill my raised beds. One is, oh my goodness, I might have to look this up. It's a Stay Green is the brand. It came in a yellow bag. It is some sort of raised bed or soil that includes some degree of fertilizer in it because the bag advertises that it will feed your vegetables for 9 months or something. Um, I'll tell you, I didn't pick this out because of the advertising, obviously, of this package. I picked it out because per cubic foot, it was some of the least expensive soil that I could get to fill this. So the bags have 2 cubic feet in them, and they cost about $7. Is that right? Let me look up the details on this. So it is indeed, found the receipt. It is indeed 2 cubic feet per bag. It is for flowers and vegetables and it's garden soil, and Stay Green is the brand. Okay. Anywho, that is what I used, as well as some mushroom compost that I also got at Lowe's. It was $3.98 per bag. And then I also added perlite. Now, I add perlite because my mom added perlite. She had a wonderful, lush, beautiful garden when we were growing up. I have never done independent research on this. This is one of those things that I just trust. You know, mom. This is how mom did it. Okay? So if y'all hate that, don't use it. All right. All right. But I did. I think it helps with soil drainage and perhaps water retention. I don't know, but definitely with soil drainage, which is something I am slightly concerned about with these raised beds. Yes, I put the cardboard at the bottom, which might not help with drainage, but there is kind of a water issue on this hill. This is like one day after a heavy rain, and there was 3 inches of water in the bottom of one of these raised beds. So I am a little concerned about drainage. The backyard in general has a water issue. There's lots of French drains going through the backyard to help with this. So, yeah, didn't expect it, but have definitely encountered it. So, one of the things that you discover. That bed that I'm standing in now is the one that had the standing water, the like 3 inches of standing water in it. So I put extra cardboard at the bottom of that to try to help, eventually make sure that the roots of my plants aren't just sitting in water. Um, yeah, pretty disappointed in that, but it's fine. It's fine. So ultimately, in each of these 3 raised beds along the top, I put 2 bags of the garden soil, 1 bag of mushroom compost, and a bucket full of perlite. And I mixed that up really well. And that's all that I put in those. For now, anyway. Different plants have different nutritional needs. So, once I actually plant out what is going in these, I very well may need to add additional amendments. I know that tomatoes need extra calcium, and might add some specific stuff for that for tomatoes. But I'm not planting just yet. It's only March 10th. So for now, that's what went in each of these. I will say these bags were super heavy. And that's why I mixed the first one in the wheelbarrow and I kind of carried it up the hill bucketful by bucketful. It made it a lot less difficult. However, because of the ground saturation and the water issue on the hill, I was having some ground stability problems in the grass part, in the landscaped grass part of the hill. And that made me uncomfortable, like going up and down too many times. So for the rest, I just ended up carrying the whole bag up there, dumping the bag in, and then mixing, bringing another bag, dumping it, mixing. Now for these 2 beds, I did something slightly different because when I went to Lowe's, they had some like half opened bags or bags that tore, that they were on sale for half off. So I got all of those, whatever they happen to be. Now these 2 beds have those half bags in them. One of them was the same Stay Green garden soil, but there was also just some topsoil bags that were like that. So I got those worm castings to help provide extra nutrition in these beds, extra fertilizer, good stuff. Since they are partially filled with just topsoil, which has nothing really in it. So I did that. I kind of read the back of the bag description, and I ended up sprinkling 3 handfuls of the worm castings, don't know, into each of the bins in the middle. And then I kind of mixed everything up again. And then I put 3 little handfuls across the top. These were not like big scooping handfuls. They were moderate, reasonable little handfuls. So we'll see how that goes. Very well that I might need to add additional fertilizers or nutrition for the plants that are in these particular beds because the soil is not as good, but I think it'll be good enough. Okay, sometimes we are not aiming for perfection. Sometimes we are aiming for get the bed full of something because plants do need some sort of soil to grow in. And maybe I can revisit my garden plan and put plants there that truly don't require very nutritious soil. So after I got the soil done, I ended up going inside for some lunch, as you do. And then I came back out, but only for a little bit. I have kind of forgotten what it is to work in the yard for hours on end in the sun. I don't know if it was the winter or the fact that we lived the last couple years in apartments, but I just kind of forgot that I'm a pale person and I didn't put on sunscreen. So, PSA to everyone else, please do wear sunscreen when you are out in the yard. That is not just for pale people, that's for all people. But I had already gotten sunburn at this point. So, at lunchtime, I did put on some sunscreen. I found some. I found some baby sunscreen. Whatever. It said it was SPF 50. I don't care if it's made for infants. I used it. So I did get that on, but I was just kind of struggling in the afternoon. It really took a lot of effort for me to carry hundreds of pounds of dirt up flights of stairs. That's what this is to fill the raised beds. So I did dig out this last one, not the last one, but this, I guess it would be the sixth raised bed here. So technically halfway through. And when I was filling in the dirt around the side, I disturbed a ant pile. Yeah, big ant hill. So I kind of skedaddled away from there, and I did not get anything else accomplished on this day. But hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for coming with me, and until next time, bye.